What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are here with another Duet video, guys, to talk about the content in the game. Now, I've played both CBT1 and CBT2 of Duet Abyss, and I actually do have some knowledge of the actual content that you're able to do in the game. And so what we're going to be doing in today's video is I'm going to be showing you guys some of the examples from Warframe for what the content is in Duet Abyss, and just kind of showing you guys the versions of it in Warframe so you guys get an idea of what we're going to be doing in Duet Abyss. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we are on the road to that 2,000 subscribers, man. We recently hit that 1,200 subs on the channel, guys, and I definitely do appreciate the support. It definitely does mean a lot. And yeah, if you guys have not also hit the hype button, you know, make sure to do that, because I know the hype button does push videos in the algorithm. And yeah, I've been, you know, grinding out a bunch of videos here, trying to get, you know, the algorithm going before the actual game does release on the 28th of October. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing as of late. And if you guys do enjoy it, make sure to sub and like all that good stuff. With that all out of the way, guys, let's actually hop in and let's discuss the game modes that are going to be in Duet Abyss. Now, starting with the screenshots that I have here, guys, I do have a few screenshots from CBT2, and then I have my CBT1 footage, which is going to be from my actual review that I did for CBT1. So hopefully my editor is able to pull up the footage whenever I do have the, you know, actual commissions available for CBT1. But I'm going to show you guys CBT2 here in terms of like what they showed for their commissions. They did revamp it a little bit. It does look a little bit different here. But pretty much, as you guys can see, each of these stages here are going to be a different mission type that is equivalent from Warframe. So as an example here, guys, you can see it has the Hedge, which is the character XP one. You have the Termination one, which is weapon XP. You have Exploration. I got another screenshot here. We have Mediation, you have Escort, you have Capture. And so each of those missions are going to be an equivalent from Warframe. Now, I don't know the exact, like, you know, each stage that is the other stage from Warframe in terms of, like, you know, is Hedge like a survival, or is Hedge like a, you know, an escort? I actually don't know that specifically, because it's been a while since I've had my hands on the game, and I actually don't remember the exact missions for what each is. So that's the only thing that I will say, guys, just off the rip here. You know, if I had my hands on the game, I would be able to show like each of these stages and like exactly which one is from Warframe. But yeah, that is pretty much like, you know, the commissions there. Hopefully my editor does pull up the CBT1. I kind of scrolled through it a little bit, but there's like the Nocto Jagger stages where you get the little like manuals to level up your, you know, your gear and all that, and you get like more gear drops for your demon wedges and stuff like that. Like, there's a bunch of different like stages and stuff, but hopefully it is available there and you guys are able to kind of see, you know, what the modes do look like. And then yeah, I mean, it does show the drops here as well. Now in actual Warframe here, guys, here, let me zoom out my display for a sec. But yeah, on Warframe, there is a ton of different game modes in this game, and it's exactly like the way Duet Abyss does it. But the difference that Warframe does in comparison is that they have a bunch of different planets, whereas Duet Abyss, at least right now in their game, they just have a set reward that you get from clearing a stage, and that's going to be on just a general stage, you know, for the reward you're getting. So as an example, if it was like a, you know, like, let's just say a defense mission, right? You can see here on Earth for Warframe, you have a defense mission. It's going to tell you your levels, suggested damage. On Duet Abyss, it'll tell you a defense stage will get you a certain reward in the actual game, and it'll tell you the main rewards that you're going to get from clearing this defense would be, you know, like XP books as an example, or, you know, maybe character ascension materials, things like that, where again, I don't know the exact reward that you do get from each, because I haven't had my hands on the game in a minute. But yeah, I mean, like, each different stage is going to provide a set reward. So one of them is going to be getting you the coins of the game, or the more of the game, whatever it is, right? And then another one's going to be getting you the character level materials, the weapon level materials, right? So there are just a few examples, guys, in terms of like what the rewards would be. But yeah, let's just kind of talk about the game modes now that we're going to be expecting in Duet Abyss. So the way a defense works, guys, and hopefully my editor is able to put footage for each of the modes that I'm talking about in today's video. But yeah, the defense is going to be a node pretty much where you have to defend a little, like, either a character in the game you have to defend, or it's going to be a, I think it's like a cryo chamber, at least on Warframe. On Duet Abyss, I think it's just like a little, like, I don't know if it's like a little like tower or whatever, but you have to defend, you know, something in the actual stage, and it's going to be in the middle of a bunch of enemies just kind of running at you and trying to damage the you know, the actual defense node. And so what you're supposed to do is you have to obviously protect it. You put like a shield around it, you know, you kill the enemies before they can actually damage the defense node. And yeah, that's pretty much what a defense is going to be in Duet Abyss, and that's, you know, kind of the gameplay you would expect, you know, from that type of game mode. Now moving on from that, guys, we have a content like an Exterminate. Now an Exterminate is just going to be a stage where you have to kill a certain amount of enemies, and then once you have killed all those enemies, you can leave the stage. So it's going to say like, oh, kill maybe 150 enemies in this stage, and once you do kill 150 enemies, you're done and you can leave this stage. And so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It literally is just go in, kill all the enemies, and then you can leave. So yeah, that one I feel like is pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, I mean, you know, just to kind of explain it there. Now moving on, we do have let's see, Sabotage. So the way that one works, and I think actually Duet Abyss does have this as well, but pretty much there's going to be something that you have to destroy. So unlike defense where you're protecting something, Sabotage is you're trying to destroy something. So there's going to be like a node where, you know, you have to kind of damage it, and once you do blow it up, it's going to tell you, oh, you can run to the extraction zone. Or they're going to have it to where, you know, you have a node where you have to kind of like just pretty much destroy it before the enemies get to it to protect it, and it's going to be kind of like the opposite of a defense. So that's kind of the idea, right? So yeah, Sabotage is you're trying to destroy something, and then once you do destroy that little, like, you know, whatever it is, the tower, the node, whatever, then you can actually leave and, you know, you'd finish the mission. So that's pretty much a Sabotage right there. Now moving on, guys, we do have a spy mission. Now spy missions, in terms of what they're going to be doing, is you're going to have 3 different like locations where you're going to be going in secret to try and get the actual reward from the spy dungeon itself. So there'll be an ABC node. I don't know exactly if Duet Abyss does the exact same thing in terms of that, but there's going to be 3 different areas you have to go to, and you're going to go to every single area and actually collect the data or whatever it actually is on that little like spot. And so yeah, you're gonna go in with a more stealth character. You know, in the footage that I have here, it's with you know, Loki. So Loki from Warframe is able to go invisible, and so you're able to just kind of run through the entire stage, and no enemy is really gonna be able to see you until you're, you know, maybe like tripping alarms or whatever the case. So yeah, spy mission, you just kind of, you know, go to every single A, B, C, D, you get all the rewards from there, and then you're able to go to extraction, you're done. So yeah, spy missions I think are really cool because it definitely, you know, insinuates running like stealth frames, and I think that is really cool. And hopefully Duet Abyss does kind of delve into that more too, where we have a specific character that can go invis, and we'll see once the game is available. But yeah, that is another mission right there too, guys. And then moving on from that, we do have one like, you know, survival, which survival is going to be a little bit different on Duet Abyss because they said there's not going to be timers on their, you know, like survival type content anymore. So that's one thing where I'm like, okay, I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but pretty much the way it works in Warframe is every 5 minutes on a survival, you're going to get a guaranteed reward, and after 5 minutes of you staying in and just killing a bunch of enemies, you are able to leave. So every single 5-minute interval, you're going to get a reward. And so yeah, I mean, the entire idea of survival is to survive. You kill a bunch of enemies, you stay alive as long as possible, and then once you get to that 5-minute mark and you keep the life supports on, I think on Duet Abyss they call it like the serums, right? If you're able to keep that going, then you're actually going to be able to leave, and as long as you do have you know, not at 0% on the actual like life support itself, then you'll be good to go. So that's another example of another mission. All right, now the next mission, guys, is going to be the capture mission. So capture is pretty much where you have a target that you actually have to kill, and then once you do kill the target, you're going to be able to capture them and, you know, pretty much take them away. If it's like a bad guy, right, you know, you would actually capture that enemy. And so yeah, you pretty much, you would run in the stage, you find the enemy, you kill them, you capture them, and then you leave. Pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. That's going to be another mission as well. And then yeah, I feel like the other ones here, guys, like mobile defense in Warframe and like rescue missions, I'm not too sure if they're gonna be in Duet Abyss, at least from what I remember doing. I think they might actually adopt a lot of those things, but those are just, you know, a few examples. And then I think the last one that we have here, guys, is going to be an assassination stage, so, you know, or a boss stage. So in Duet Abyss, the boss stages were actually their weeklies, so I don't know how they're gonna actually handle it, you know, versus you know, the way Warframe does it, where in Warframe you're actually able to get, you know, the actual characters themselves and their blueprints from fighting the assassination bosses. In Duet Abyss, I'm assuming because you're able to just kind of grind them out, maybe they will tie them to a certain assassination boss, or it's going to be like a weekly kind of cycle thing. You know, we'll see. We actually don't know yet, but that is something where I'm a little bit like, okay, I don't really know exactly what they're going to do, but that is another mode that's in the game, and, you know, it definitely does depend on the boss. There's going to be different mechanics, and yeah, in the footage that I do show, it's the one on yeah, it's the one on Venus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and it's just the Jackal, right? So yeah, that's just the example right there. Oh, and then one more that I actually forgot to mention as well, guys, is going to be an escort mission. So an escort mission is just going to be where you hijack a little machine, and then you have to like walk with the machine along like a certain path, and it's going to take up your shield. So as you're walking with the actual machine itself, or the little vehicle, your shield is going to, you know, start to go lower, and as your HP on your shield goes lower, you're going to be moving with the hijacked vehicle. So that's another mission as well. So yeah, guys, that is going to be pretty much all the modes that at least I remember doing from the closed beta 1 and 2 of Duet and Abyss. And yeah, those are pretty much the equivalents in Warframe. So if you guys have played Warframe, you'll know that these are the missions that you're going to be expecting in that game. And so yeah, I mean, Warframe is such a good game to kind of compare it to, because there's a lot of things that Duet and Abyss has adopted from Warframe, and so it's really easy for me to just kind of explain it to you guys in the Warframe terms so that you understand it for Duet and Abyss. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Again, let me know in the comment section below, guys, what mission are you going to be excited for? I personally love survivals. I love to just stay in there for hours on end. That's definitely going to be my favorite one. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section below which one is going to be your ideal one to actually go for. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.